And welcome back, everyone, to the program. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. I'm talking too fast today, so I'm going to try and slow down. Lots have been going on. We've done lots of interviews yesterday. We did our AMA. Really had a great conversation. We'll get that uploaded hopefully before the weekend if you weren't able to attend. But all of our subscribers have that benefit. They also get to see the annual report that I put out last month. It's all on the Patreon site. It's all available to you. So the recording will be available there. As far as this video is going to be about FUD. It's going to be about two different stories, one from one of our favorite senators, and also another one from one of the first, if not the first, exchange platforms, and more news about them. So we're going to get to both those stories in a moment. But before I do, please hit the buttons down below, the like, the share, the subscribe, the notification bell. Really helps out the channel. And if you like this sort of content, please like a comment down below. Leaving a comment, it really helps with the channel too, and also sharing the video. So I know it's a little bit of work on you, but the more that you guys do it, hit the thumbs up. I get this out there. The better the channel gets out, the more people get to be informed, so that they're prepared of what's to come, and it benefits this channel too. So it kind of builds on itself. So I really appreciate that. Now let's dive right into the two stories, and here we go. The first one. What the heck was that? This is again from Zero Hedge. They deny the buggy Mt. Gox alerts to be blamed for Bitcoin's collapse yesterday. So this is a story today, Thursday. There was a flash crash from 29, let's just call it 29.7 to below 27.5. So it dropped about 10%, just about 10%, a little less than 10%, over $2,000 or about 6-7% in the space of an hour. And then it bounced right back. Now, Arkham, who is, let's see, Arkham Intelligence, that's a blockchain analytics firm. The price of Bitcoin nosedived over 8%. So they did the math for me. Should have just read it. In less than an hour yesterday afternoon, incorrectly sending out an alert that a wallet linked to Mt. Gox, which is the first real place to exchange Bitcoin that was on a platform. And the U.S. government has been shifting large sums of Bitcoin. That's what was tweeted out. Arkham initially tweeted to confirm the alleged mistake had occurred as a result of a bug fix, which sent out a false alert of their analytics platform to a small subset of users. And then later on, they basically said they didn't do anything wrong, so it's not clear why this happened. And apparently, according to data, the government's wallet is associated for Silk Road, where they got a lot of Bitcoin from confiscation. There was a transaction on Wednesday, the 26th, but it was an inbound transaction worth only 19 cents. Now that screams suspect to me, like somebody was manipulating this and just creating activity, and by showing, hey, look, this wallet has activity on it, creating FUD and creating people being nervous that, like the story here. And let me drop out from. I'll explain that in a moment. So let's do it one at a time. That's the right thing to do. So first story, the Mt. Gox story. Mt. Gox story, that was originally one of the first platforms. The platform actually started as a Magic the Gathering online exchange. That's where the name comes from. Mt. Gox is an acronym like SCUBA. But that's where Mt. Gox, the name comes from. And they had an online platform. They were trading Bitcoin, and it got shut down. They didn't have the Bitcoin. That basically people lost a lot of Bitcoin. And there was a big problem. It was for a long while ago, probably, I think, I'm not even sure what year. I'm going to guess 2014, but I'm not certain on that date. I know it predates my involvement in crypto back in 2016. But I don't think it goes all the way back. So I'm going to say 2014, give or take. I don't know the quite answer, but it is pretty far back in the history of crypto. But Mt. Gox went down, and as a result, there was litigation, there was confiscation, there's wallets associated with that, and wallets associated with Silk Road that the government confiscated. And there's been no activity on them for a while. But now, when Arkham tweeted out, hey, there's activity on this wallet, that alerted some people, say, oh, I know what that is. That's probably the government trying to dump a bunch of Bitcoin onto the market and sell it. So that caused a flash crash as people were trying to get ahead of it before the government was selling it. So they sold too quickly, and then the price rebounded when everybody realized that was just a FUD mistake. So now time for the second story. The second story is one of our favorite senators, Elizabeth Warren, wants the police at your door in 2024, which rhymes, unfortunately, if you have a crypto wallet. So Senators Elizabeth Warren and Roger Marshall, a guy from Kansas, I don't know him at all, want to make your crypto wallet illegal. In 2022, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren authored a bill that would require crypto wallet providers to comply with bank anti-money laundering or AML rules. Not crypto exchanges, but the wallets themselves. Kansas Senator Roger Marshall joined her on the proposal as a co-sponsor. Warren and Marshall are planning to reignite the debate on Capitol Hill this summer and have enlisted law enforcement advocates to their cause. Of course they have. The Warren bill would require that anyone who designs a crypto wallet register as a money services business and essentially be regulated like a financial institution. This means that any computer programmer or entrepreneur who writes code to help customers control crypto investments from their phone and help keep the crypto secure from hackers would need to register with the Treasury Department as if they were a Western Union. Good luck with that, the crypto startups. And it goes on to say that that they can't comply, and she knows it. So the legislation also seeks to outright ban crypto privacy tools. So there's all this FUD here and all these different things that are like, nothing here is good in the shape of a crypto. But this is Elizabeth Warren trying to be, another form of policing of crypto. And this goes back to the choke point 2.0, which I keep talking about. If they can't figure out regulations, they're going to create FUD around it. If they're not going to tell you how to get in and out of crypto, they don't want you to get out of crypto. They don't want you to leave the fiat and the dollar system. They want you to stay there and not go to crypto. And they don't want to give you a path back from crypto to pay your bills with cash or other currencies. That's why we're building the education modules that we're doing right now of how to manage your life between these two systems. That's something I'm working on this weekend. I need to start shooting a lot of videos. I don't think it'll be ready. I will say this, it'll be ready in May. So I need to get it out there as soon as possible so that you guys can go out there and learn from it. And your early adopters will get a good discount on it. But we need to get how do you manage these systems? How do you manage these on and off ramps? How do you manage through choke point 2.0? How do you manage through this FUD? What do you do? Because Patrick and I live this life. So we want to share that. We're going to build those modules. We're going to put that out there. But in the meantime, don't pay attention to this FUD. We know that there's two assets, in my opinion only, and I shared this in the AMA last night. This is my opinion, not financial advice. But if there's two assets in the world right now that I think that are probably undervalued by 60 to 70%, it's Bitcoin and silver, because I think that they're going to go up a 3x in the next 24 months, if not better. And I can't pick another asset that I could say that about. Can't say that about real estate. Can't say that about gold, unless they revalue it. There's a chance of that. But if you want to be in gold, you have a better exposure through silver, because silver is at a discount compared to gold historically, because it's about 80 to 1. 80 ounces of silver equals 1 gold ounce. Historically, it's been around 20. So you get a good bang for your buck there. Kind of like Litecoin historically, when I started, was 50 to 1 to Bitcoin. And now it's like, well, I'm going to estimate Litecoin of 100. I know it's not quite there yet. I'm going to estimate Bitcoin at 30,000. So 30,000 compared to $100, that's 300 to 1. So it used to be 50 to 1. So that's at a factor of 6 discount. Now, do I think it's going to get back to 50 to 1 in 24 months? I'm not certain of that, but I will hazard to guess that I think in the next 24 months, if not sooner, Litecoin will outperform Bitcoin. I don't know that to be the case, but I would want exposure to both, and I want to be in that market. So I would favor Litecoin over Bitcoin right now. I'd also favor silver compared to gold. Not financial advice. It's just my opinion based on historical numbers. But in the meantime, ignore these FUD stories. Ignore that stuff. Pay attention to these modules that are going to come out, and we'll give you more education. But with all that said, leave a comment down below. I'm looking forward to reading all of that. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. This is probably the last video I'm going to be doing until EconomicPreppers, until for the balance of April. So enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of the month. And let's hit May hard and strong. And we'll be right there for you with lots of more information, lots more interviews, lots more discussion. So with all that said, I'm going to close the door on the bureau, say follow the leader, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.